Alright, you guys witnessed the 2 eliminations. Now, it's time for you guys to vote one of you guys back into the game. Here's how this will work. Each of you will present a reason why you should come back into the game to your fellow castaways, and once everyone has, you will all go up one by one to the voting booth, but instead of writing down one name, you'll be writing down 2 names. But they have to be 2 different names, and you can't vote for yourself. Is everyone clear about that? Yeah. Alright, great. So without further ado, let's begin. We will go in boot order, so Moose, you can go first. Alright, so I feel like you guys should vote me back in, not because I was eliminated first, but because I feel like I'm the one with the most potential. I have probably the best physical game of the bunch, and I think I have a solid social game. And when I come back in, I'll play better than ever. You know, unlike someone like Dave or Shelly, I'm going to come back and actually win the game. So I feel like that's why I should come back. Alright, Zane. Well, I feel like I should come back in for numerous reasons, but I feel like that challenge showed that, you know, I should come back. But on top of that, I have dominant strategic game, so I feel like that's why I should come back. Alright, Cecily. Alright, I feel like I should come back because I have an okay social game, a pretty good strategic game. Yeah, it might not be the most physical, but you don't have to be the most physical to win the game, and I feel like when I come back in, my targets will be set. Alright, Eliza. Kind of same thing with Cecily. Yeah, I might not be the strongest one in the shed, but hey, I know who I'm planning on getting rid of when I get back in the game, so I feel like that's why I should come back in. Alright, Ty. I know who I'm targeting, so yeah, kind of same thing that Cecily and Eliza said, but I feel like I got the physical edge over them, so that's why I think I should come back over them. Alright, Brett. Well, I'm going to counteract Ty's statement because I'm better socially and strategically and physically than practically almost anyone here, and I feel like by me getting further than these other 5, I feel like that should give me the advantage of coming back, and that's why I think I should come back. Alright, well, thank you. Now that you all heard your pleas, let's get started with the voting. Ty, you'll go first. Brett, good luck, and I actually hope you come back in because you seem like you have a lot of potential. Good luck. Moose, this is my apology letter to you for inadvertently getting you voted out. Yeah, hopefully you come back in and give them hell. I wish I could vote myself back in, but I guess let's just see how this goes. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, usually I would say this during the finale, but for tonight, you want to see your name on these pieces of parchment paper, because these are votes to re-enter the game. With that said, I'll read the votes. First vote, Brett. Next vote, Brett. That's 2 votes Brett, 10 votes left. Third vote, Cecily. 2 votes Brett, 1 vote Cecily. Eliza. 1 vote Eliza. Moose. 1 vote Moose. Ty. 1 vote Ty. The 7th vote, Zane. Here's where we stand. 2 votes for Brett, and 1 vote for everybody else. The 8th vote, Cecily. That's 2 votes Brett, 2 votes Cecily, 1 vote everybody else. 9th vote, Moose. That's 2 votes Brett, 2 votes Cecily, 2 votes Moose, 1 vote everybody else. Tie. Here's where we stand. 2 votes Brett, 2 votes Cecily, 2 votes Moose, 2 votes Ty, 1 vote for Eliza, 1 vote for Zane. The 11th vote. And the first player going back into the game is Brett. Oh my god, guys, thank you so much. Alright, well, we have one more vote left. If it's for Brett, or for either Zane or Eliza, we go to a tie. But if it's for either Ty, Moose, or Cecily, they're coming back in. I'll read the last vote. The final vote, and the second person going back into the game is Moose. Congratulations. Yes! Oh my god, thank you guys so much. Alright, it's official. Brett, Moose, grab the torches behind you and dip it in the fire. For tonight, you both had lost your fire, and your lives in this game were done. You both gained fire yet again, and you are both back in this game. Well, for the rest of you, Ty, Cecily, Zane, and Eliza, you four have selected these two as tribute to come back into the game and have their game resurrected. But you know what that means for the rest of you. You must now leave the tribal council area immediately. You are officially out of this game. Alright, you both are back in this game. However, instead of heading back to your original tribes, you will wait until the morning, as the merge is coming up next. Alright, nice. That's great. Alright, so, head on out, and I'll see you in the morning for the merge. I fought my way back when I needed it the most, and having gone from last place now back into the game, and it's final 10, I'm so excited. This is just awesome. I left the game disappointed when I was the last one to leave during the pre-merge, but I was absolutely stoked when an opportunity to come back happened, and of course, I managed to not disappoint with my social prowess, and now I'm back from the dead. Alright, first things first, Ushigat getting a new look at the new Kalgeen tribe. Charlotte voted out the last tribal council. Kalgeen getting a new look at the new Ushigat tribe and voted out the last tribal council. Anyways, before I say anything else, I want you guys to drop your buffs. We have merged. Making the merge is awesome, you know, it's something I wanted to do, you know, when I first saw the show, make it to the merge and make it far. This is where the jury starts. But I'm also kind of nervous on who's going to get back in because, you know, both tribes had to lose a player and two people are about to come back in, so I have no clue who it's going to be. Also, please welcome back our two resurrected players, Moose and Brett. You two now join the merged tribe. Come over here. You guys make up the Noonie tribe. So, without further ado, now you know your team, you can now head to your new camp. The game continues. Well, congrats on everyone for making it to the merge. Yeah, so should we get the shelter done? Makes sense. So, Moose and Brett come back, and I actually don't mind this. I don't know who Brett is, so I don't know what to expect from him. He's probably going to be a big threat, but I feel like maybe I can work with him. But Moose is also back. And even though we work together, I don't know if he'll be willing to work with me since I'm willing to work with people who eliminated him. So I don't know if he's going to be, you know, vindictive or really that forgiving. I don't know. So the shelter's all done, which is great. But I'm also feeling kind of tense right now because Brett came back and we just, you know, we voted him out. So I'm kind of worried for the future of this alliance. So what do we do, guys? I mean, Brett's back and I mean, I don't know Moose enough, so I mean, what real chances do we have? I mean, the odds are not in our favor. Yeah, maybe they aren't, but I mean, Moose wouldn't be opposed to working with us as he does have a lot of options to consider, I guess, but again, that would only be a tie, and I don't know if we can get anyone on that side, and I don't think Brett trusts us. So, the two people who came back weren't the best. I mean, Moose, I have no clue who Moose is, and Brett, we just voted him out 6th. So, yeah, and with them coming back, that also weakens our chances at winning immunity. Not like I was gonna have a chance at winning immunity anyway, unless if it had to do with a brain challenge, but, I mean, those aren't really common. So, yeah. I gotta get real lucky moving forward to get, like, a brain challenge if I want any chance at, like, staying safe. So how do you two feel about Brett and Moose coming back? I mean, I'm mixed on it. I mean, I don't mind Brett coming back. Moose, I do mind coming back, because, you know, we just kind of voted him off. And, you know, I feel like by you two associating with us, I don't feel like he'll be willing to work with us. You know, but maybe we can just lie to him and say that, oh, we're not intending to work with those two long term. Yeah, maybe. So right now, I am not thrilled at all that Moose came back, because it takes away my big move of the season straight off the bat, and it also brings back a freaking big threat in challenges, so that's not great. My alliance thinks we can bring him into the alliance, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Sure, Luke and Frank voted with Moose, but guess who voted him out? Me and Winter, and I don't think Moose is gonna be that forgiving. So I guess I just gotta let Luke and Frank take care of the whole ordeal, because I just gotta lay low for a little bit, because I'm not thinking Moose is gonna be with me the entire time. Hey guys. Oh, hey Moose. How you been? Pretty alright. Not thrilled at being eliminated first, but it's obviously great to come back. Yeah, we're glad to hear that. So, wanna continue working together? Yeah, sure. You got anyone else? We got Scarlet and Winter. Now, I know that sounds like a massive red flag to you because they did vote you out, but we can trust them, and let's be honest, man, we aren't going to need them for the entirety of the game, so I feel like this could be the best route we could take. Okay then, I'll think about it. The thing is, unlike Brett, I have missed out on a large chunk of the game, because Brett, you know, he got eliminated 6, so he hasn't missed that much. You know, just barely, like, 3 days. Not a whole lot of things went down. But I missed out on, like, 15 days. Or, no, possibly more. But, whatever. Point is, I missed out on a large chunk of the game, and if I want to try and attempt to win this entire thing after coming back, I gotta make sure I do one thing, and that is stay one step ahead of everybody else. If I do that, then maybe, just maybe, I can pull things off in the coming days. Alright, Brett, I think since we're the resurrected players, we should stick together. I guess it makes sense. How's your connections with your tribe? Well, I got along with Frank and Luke. Everyone else, not so much. Everyone else voted me out. And that's why I'm hesitant to trust Scarlet and Winter. Because Frank and Luke did talk to me about continuing to work with them and eliminating the people on the other team. I mean, how close were they to you? I mean, being honest, they all voted me out. I mean, I think every single person on that side did write my name down, so I don't really have the greatest connections with any of them. So we're kind of in the middle. Pretty much. Aligning with Moose does not sound like the best idea. I mean, he's the first boot, and first boots are pretty unpredictable. I mean, Dave, Shelly, both were pretty unpredictable, so I gotta just watch out for Moose moving forward. Especially since he's definitely one of the more physical players out here. Hey Moose, can we talk? Yeah, sure, I guess. If Moose is close to the other side, then all hope is lost. So I gotta make sure I at least, you know, get him onto my tribe side, because there's a possibility him and Brett could align, and those two could, be the deciding factors on who goes out. And while I don't want that, at the same time I kind of have to, because I mean, if I just, let the entire game play out and expect the other side to vote the way I think they should, it's not going to happen. So I gotta just talk with Moose and see if he's willing to jump ship. So what do you want to talk about? Well, how do you feel about your side of the tribe? Well, I mean, I got along with some of them, not all of them. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Scarlet, not the biggest fan of Winter. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were a part of the reason why I went out. Frank and Luke didn't, but I obviously know that, I mean, they're kind of threats, so that's probably not going to be best for me to keep them in the future. Honestly, I'm kind of mixed. So you kind of want to work with them, but at the same time you don't. Pretty much. Okay, well, because the thing is, I kind of want you to be on our side. It's me, Walter, Connor, and Jacqueline, and we want to bring you in, so that way hopefully maybe you can get Brett in. Oh, really? Why? Well, because Brett's not really that good with us, because we unanimously eliminated him. Well, not unanimously, but we took out Charlotte, who was the only other person who didn't vote with us. Oh, okay then, so you want me to work with you guys and just bring in Brett? Pretty much. Alright, got it. I'll think about it. It's absolutely fantastic when you're in the middle. You have a lot of decisions to make, but you don't want to make the wrong ones, so it's kind of a bit of a double-edged sword, not gonna lie. But, I mean, hey, I'd rather be in the middle than be in contention of going right back out of the game. Welcome to your first individual immunity challenge. For this challenge, you will each be staying on your platform for as long as you can, in a planking pose. There's two ways to get out of this challenge. One, the normal way of just falling off your platform, and the second way is by getting out of your plank pose. If you do either of those things, you'll be out of the challenge. The player who stays in their planking position still on their platform will win immunity, will be safe from the vote, and everybody else will have a chance at being voted off and becoming the first member of our jury. Seems simple? Alright, we'll wait for all you to get ready and we'll get started. Alright, everybody seems ready. This challenge is on. And already, seconds into the challenge, Walter's out, and we're down to 9. Everybody's still remaining strong in this challenge. Moments after I say that Winter is down, we are down to 8. Scarlet suddenly falls. She's out of this challenge, and now we're down to 7. 3 are already out and 7 remain, but only 1 can win immunity. Keep fighting. Ooh, Connor can't hold his plank pose anymore. He is out. Ooh, Frank loses his balance, and because he went out of his planking pose, he is out as well. We're down to 5. Remaining in this challenge, we have Brett, Luke, Jacqueline, Heather, and Moose, fighting it out for immunity. Moose can't hold on for very long. He's out of this challenge. We're down to 4. As the time keeps going on, things are getting more tense, and the numbers will keep dwindling until one of you remains. Jacqueline is down, and we're now down to 3. Brett, Luke, and Heather, fighting it out for immunity. Heather goes down. Brett goes down. And that means Luke has won the first individual immunity challenge of this season. Congratulations, Luke, on winning immunity. You're safe from the vote. Guaranteed a spot in the final 9. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, someone will be the 9th person voted out and the first member of our jury. Won't be you. Anyways, got nothing else for you guys. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. I feel great winning immunity. Hopefully this is one of many, but I obviously know that if I do lose, I'm definitely going to be targeted. So I definitely have to enjoy this moment while it lasts, because if it doesn't last and I get my hopes up, then that won't be great. Theoretically, I should have lasted longer than top 5 in terms of that challenge, but I decided to step out of there just to, not draw the attention towards me, because if I just come back and win this challenge, then everyone's gonna go after me. So I have to just kind of let Luke have immunity just to show that, I'm not gonna be the most dangerous player out here. I just gotta give them this false sense of security before really kicking things off. But right now, I can't win the first challenge coming back, because that will just not be good for me. So guys, what are we thinking of the vote? I have no clue. Well, I talked with Moose, and he says he doesn't have the strong positive feelings towards Scarlet or Winter, so I feel like we should take out one of them. Probably Scarlet, just because she seems a little bit more dangerous than Winter, which isn't really saying much, but I mean, if it's the only way we can get Moose on our side and try and see if maybe he can get Brett into this group, then I guess we have to. Alright then. So, are you gonna go talk to him? I guess so. Luke winning isn't the worst. I mean, he's not really the target, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking we should watch out for him, because he's gonna be a threat moving forward. Right now the target is Scarlet, and I'm fine with that. I don't know Scarlet, and hopefully if tonight goes well and we do have Moose and Brett on our side, then hopefully I will never get to know her. Well done, Luke. Thanks, guys. So, what are we to do about the vote? I think we do biggest threats. Yeah, and I think Heather might be the biggest threat. I mean, she gotten the furthest out of anyone on that side, and I feel like she might be the ringmaster of that group. How do you know? Well, I just sense it. I mean, she's the strongest one in the group, and I just don't see the two older guys being of any people of leadership, nor do I see that with, like, that chef girl. So I feel like that Heather might be the one controlling that group. I feel like she might be the biggest threat, and thus I feel like we should take her out. Alright then, sure. Do I want to take out Heather? I guess she is a threat, but in my opinion, I'd much rather take out Moose just to get rid of him. But my alliance doesn't want to do that because we want to try and flip him on our side. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but, I mean, if this is the only way we can possibly have a chance at making something happen, then I guess we gotta take it. But I'm obviously not having any ounce of high hopes. So, you wanted to talk to us? Yes. Alright, what's about? Well, we are planning on voting off Heather, and we want to see how you two are on that idea. I mean, I'm not against it. Neither am I. Alright, great. So hopefully it should be 6 votes on Heather and done deal. Alright then. So it seems like the plan from the Ushagat side is to vote off Heather. And in my opinion, that's kind of music to my ears, I thought I could trust her, and obviously we targeted each other for a reason. But at the same time, she's kind of a big threat on that side, and I don't think she'll be willing to work with me moving forward, so I feel like I just gotta vote her off tonight. So what do you think of their plan? I mean, I kind of like it. I mean, me and Heather got along a little bit, but when we started targeting each other, I just don't see any good in trying to work with her moving forward, so I feel like we should do this. Alright, because here's the thing. I'm fine with working with that side, but I don't know if we should vote off Heather. Why? I just don't feel like that will benefit our games if Heather goes. My original Ushagat tribe wants to take out Heather. Honestly, that's not really a viable option for me. Why? I mean, she talked with me out of all the people on that other side, and she was upfront with me. And I want to keep someone like that around just to keep her as an option. So I feel like I would much rather vote off someone else on that side, whether it's like Walter, Connor, or Jacqueline. I mean, dude, realistically, we control the vote, right? Yeah, I guess. Both sides would want to do whatever we would want to do, right? I mean, I don't know about that, dude, but I mean, guess if you look at it like that, maybe. So why not we just take matters into our own hands and just tell either side, hey, you guys want to do this, well, we want to do this, and maybe they'll listen. I guess. Who's that side voting for? They're probably voting for, I don't know, actually. Probably Frank. He might be the strongest one on that side. I'll have to get confirmation from, Heather. Oh, okay then. Hey, you two. Oh, hey, Heather. Brett, I kind of wanted to talk to you about this individually, but since Moose is here and he already knows, I might as well tell you both while you're both here. Brett, the plan is to vote off, Scarlet tonight. Really? Yeah. Why her over Frank? I feel like Frank might be a bigger threat. Yeah, but, I mean, she also could be a strategic player. She is a strategic player. Really? Yeah, I mean, she's the one who orchestrated my blindside, and when I talked with, Cecily and Ty, they told me that, she orchestrated their eliminations as well. So it seems like, Scarlet's kind of this, big deal player. Yeah, it seems like it. So you two down with it? Yeah, sure. I'm down with it. Great. So, I'm unsure how I feel about Moose, because while I do want to work with the guy, he's obviously making it pretty difficult for me to work with him, because he's also making deals with some other people, because Heather told both me and Moose that she talked with Moose already about this, about taking out Scarlet. Voting off Scarlet wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, because, I mean, if Moose is telling the truth about her being a threat, then maybe it does make sense to get rid of her before she can create any more chaos. But at the same time, it just feels a little too... I don't know, I'm just not threatened at all by Scarlet. I don't know the girl, so I don't know if, Moose is lying, because he could be, but... who knows? I just don't feel confident about voting off Scarlet, who I know dang well isn't a threat at all. At least physically, as far as I can tell. Okay, he went off. Can I tell you something real quick? Okay, what is it? So, my side of the Uchiha people, they want to take you out. Oh, well, are you going to? Well, if I go down that side, then I don't know, I might end up doing so. Well, okay, listen. I do want to continue working with you, Moose, so if you end up voting off one of my people, can you make sure it's not me, at least? Okay then, I'll think of something. The fact that other side wants to target me scares me, and the fact that Moose is unsure where he stands also scares me. I'm just really nervous, because if I don't play my cards right, then tonight might be my last night in this game, and I'm not ready to go home just yet. I'm unsure where I stand. I mean, I do want to work with Heather, but at the same time, I don't know if I can work with her group, because I'd much rather stick with the group of people who would most likely be bigger targets. Whereas with people like, Walter, Connor, and Jacqueline, they won't be targeted at all. Whereas with people like Scarlet, Frank, and Luke, at least they'll have a chance of being targeted over me or Brett. I feel like if we are going down this route of eliminating the Kalgeen members, I feel like we need to shift the plan for the first vote. Why? Well, here's the thing. I know for a fact that Jacqueline, Walter, and Connor won't be anywhere near threats moving forward. If we let them get any farther than they are right now, then no one's gonna target them. Everyone's just gonna focus on the big threats, like Heather, or Luke, or Frank, or you, or me. And I feel like that would give them the advantage of not being targeted, and we need to make our move right now. Wouldn't that make us a threat? Because here's the thing, if you're not a threat in the game, then you're not trying hard enough. So I think we need to make a message and show we mean business for this first vote. Hey Luke. Oh, hey Moose, what's up? Nothing much. Just so you know, I am down with working with you and the rest of the Uchiha people. and so is Brett. Alright, great. But here's the thing. I don't think the vote should be Heather tonight. Really? What do you think? Well, I think it should be something different. Moose came up to me and told me, hey man, I'm down with working with you, and so is Brett. And I'm thinking, good. Just one thing. He wants the vote to not be Heather, which does kind of concern me. It makes me wonder if Moose is even loyal to this group. He wants to do something different, and while I'm not against it, obviously I want to get him on our side, and obviously if we have to get him on our side, then we have to kind of vote his way. But, I did not want him brought back just so he can call the shots in this group. Because if he does that, he's gonna be way too big of a threat. Hey guys, can I talk with you guys for a sec? Sure, what is it? Plans are changing. Really? Yeah, the vote's no longer gonna be Heather. Oh, really? Why? Well, because Moose said he wants to do something different, and, we need to make something happen, and if we just let, the 3 other weak players who are working with Heather get by a vote, and who's to say they're not gonna just, sneak their way off to the end? I guess when you look at it like that, it does make sense, but, who does he want gone? Tonight's surely going to be interesting, because if Moose and Brett are not even with us and we vote someone, that they told us that for no good reason, then, well, we basically did that for no reason and one of us is going home. But, if they're with us and, we get our way, then great, but I obviously know dang well that we shouldn't rely on those 2 moving forward, because if they're going to call the shots on the very first vote, then I don't really have a whole lot of interest in working with those 2. Welcome to your first Merge Tribal Council of the season. So, Luke, you won the first individual immunity challenge. How are you feeling? Well, I'm feeling great, Jeff. But obviously, well, I'm not going to be a copycat and say what everyone else says in the past who's won the first challenge. I know it's kind of, redundant to repeat yourself, but it's true to the fact that even though you win the first challenge, you're not going to win them all. And one loss can equal disaster for you. So, Moose, you were eliminated first, but then came back into the game. How are you feeling about your positioning in the game right now? I'm feeling alright, Jeff. Obviously, I'm feeling a bit better than I did, on night 3. So, hopefully I'm not getting my hopes, high for tonight. I'm not going to keep my hopes high, because something else could happen, but we'll have to wait and see. So, how are you feeling tonight, Heather? Rather worried. I hope it's not me, but, it could be really any of us. But I have heard my name. I'm really hoping it's not me. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to vote. Walter will start us off. I really hope I'm not going home. I've worked too hard in this game. I just hope it's not me tonight. I've already said it once. I don't know you, and hopefully after tonight, I won't ever know you. We're only doing this because we literally were told to at the last second to change the vote. Nothing personal. I'm sorry, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Hopefully you can at least understand. I'll go tally the votes. Alright, I have the votes. Now if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Scarlet. Next vote. Scarlet. That's 2 votes Scarlet, 8 votes left. Scarlet. That's 4 votes Scarlet, 6 votes left. 5th vote. Jacqueline. That's 4 votes Scarlet, 1 vote Jacqueline. Jacqueline. That's 4 votes Scarlet, 2 votes Jacqueline. Jacqueline. That's 4 votes Scarlet, 3 votes Jacqueline, 3 votes left. 8th vote, Jacqueline. We're tied. 4 votes Scarlet, 4 votes Jacqueline, 2 votes left. The 9th vote, Jacqueline. That's 5 votes Jacqueline, 4 votes Scarlet, 1 vote left. The final vote. The 9th person voted out, and the first member of our jury, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, that's 6 votes. That's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. Jacqueline, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well then, you guys have sent the first player to the jury. 6 of you will join her. 3 of you will remain in the end. What will come next? Only time will tell. Anyways, got nothing else for you guys. Grab your stuff and head back to camp. Good night. Yeah, I am definitely shocked, and I'm definitely sad about leaving the game like that. I don't know why they decided to vote me out over, say, Heather or something, but hey, it's their decision. They wanted to take me out, and they did. It's unfortunate, and I really actually thought I could possibly have a chance at winning this thing, but it all just came crumbling today, and suddenly I just went out. But I made the jury at least, so I guess that's cool.